This is definitely one of my favorite exercises to begin with. You can hold the handles, you can have it however you want, and you can do them with variations. So you can actually come up, or you can actually go out like this. And usually, I'm making sure coming up right here, usually getting about 10 to 15. You can come up like here if you want, change it up.
Notice how he's controlling, he's not swinging. So how many total sets are people going to do here, Phil?
Usually for this, I like to start with 4. You can go to 5. I know some people, they may not even done this yet. So I suggest maybe start off at 3 sets. As you get better, more accustomed to it, get up to 5 and then move on. I just noticed that for this one, it really allowed me to keep the lower region tight. So when I'm hitting these poses here, these muscles are developed, but we want to make sure this can actually be pushed in. Keep in mind, when you're training abs, especially as a bigger guy, it's in order to keep your abdomen tight while you're still ingesting a ton of food. These muscles have to be exercised. Your digestion has to be on point, obviously. That's actually one of the biggest things with the ab development, especially guys on stage. When you see distension or this and that, it's probably because they haven't been purging the food. They haven't been getting rid of waste. But with this said, you definitely have to obviously low levels of body fat, making sure, the food is coming in, going out, and then you can actually showcase the abs. But it actually keeps everything tight. So whether you're a bodybuilder actually having calm face, tensing the abs, or if you're a fighter, tensing the abs, runner, whatever, you are going to tense the abs completely. I definitely feel that this is, one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
It's just something that, I can, have a conversation while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You can't really do that when we're doing other things like squats or whatever.
Yeah.
And this is pretty easy. But I've noticed something as far as like on an advanced level, you can have a friend stand in front of you and he can push your legs down.
So if we're coming here, you come up, I slam these down. And that makes it a lot harder because you have to resist on the way down. So that's the way to progressively resist. So you'd say 3 to 5 sets depending on advanced level of training,
right?
10 to 15 reps?
10 to 15 reps. I definitely think that you don't need a huge resting period between these.
Yeah.
I think abs after a training, you should just get in and get out.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to have 5-6 minutes in between. That means getting off the phone. Don't do the selfie in the mirror. Not yet. If that's what you want to do, don't do it yet.
Yeah.
Let's get through this because we want to keep it, nice and tight throughout this program. So we're going to go on to our next exercise. We're going to do some suitcase crunches. Then we're going to finish up doing some cable.
Fantastic.
So here we are on the mat. We're going to do some suitcase crunches. This is definitely one of the exercises I used to do back when I played ball. And what this is doing is you're starting here, and that's going to be your finishing movement. And what that's doing is really working the top to the bottom. And you don't really have to go super fast. To me, ab work is about contraction and holding. Last thing I also want to do is catch a cramp, right?
Yeah.
We've all had that happen.
Oh yeah.
Cool thing about these is you can control the cadence, so you don't have to go 1, 2, 3. You can do a hold, stop, and then repeat, right? 3 to 4 sets, 10 to 12 repetitions. If you can go to 15, fine. Resting periods, 30 seconds, and then do it again.
Perfect.
All right? We're gonna move on to our last one. We're gonna do some cable. All right, here we are at our last ab exercise for this program. What I'm doing with this rope is coming right over my chest. I'm gonna arch my back just a little bit, and I'm gonna crunch down. Cool thing about this one is that you can also turn to the side. So it's good to do a variation. You can do 2 on each side. This one, it's almost like you want to go for broke, you know? So anywhere from, I usually say 30 reps, because I'll start off doing 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and that's 1 set. Well, that's actually 1 rep, and you're gonna do that continuously until you get 30. So you got 10, 10, and 10. And definitely it's good to be able to get a good stretch afterwards. You can do some planks, you can do, you know, Superman. So you can come down and do these and be able to hold. And that's definitely gonna be able to work on your core, which is obviously really important. Being a bodybuilder doesn't mean that you have to be a sluggish athlete. You can still be able to move, and in order to do that, you gotta keep this in shape. We gotta all make sure that we're training hard, we're training smart, we're having fun, and we're coming back the next day with a great attitude, and realizing that, hey man, we're in the gym, man. Happiness is a choice. We're choosing to get better. We're aligning ourselves with a lot of positive energy. You bring all the negative garbage out in the real world, bring it in here, make something. It's gonna hurt, you're gonna have pain, adversity, whatever it is. It's an opportunity for greatness. If you choose to do it, I can promise you good results. If you go ahead, you come here with a bad attitude, the world kicks you in the ass, whatever happened, that weight's gonna be 10 times harder on yourself. Make the world realize that you're not gonna get your ass kicked. You're gonna do the kicking. You're gonna kick the world's ass today because it's trying to fight you. And that's the cool thing about bodybuilding, unlike any other sport really, is that this is a mental warfare in here. You can see some other guy and you just be like, whoa. And some guys tell me, hey man, put a shirt on because you just deflated my whole workout. You know, I tell them, I go, it's about you, man. It's about what you want.
Yeah.
I'm getting what I want. You go get yours. It ain't about me hating on you or anything like that. It's like, nah, man. Like I told you, I was like, yeah, you're looking lean and this and that. Patting you on the back. It's all about encouragement. It's all about staying positive. I think right now we're in a certain era where people would rather
people down,
be very negative and instead of encourage. And I'm one of those guys that will say, look, do I want to kick all those guys' ass on the Olympia stage? Absolutely. Why would I train for second? That just, to me, that just doesn't make sense.
Training for second makes no sense.
That's not, you're lying.
Do you go into business to go bankrupt?
Well, exactly.
Same thing.
So what people have to understand is that, you know, I train to be the best. I train to be my best. I train no matter what's happening on in my personal life, business life, whatever. When I'm in here, this is what counts. This is what can cheer me up, actually. This is my therapy. Instead of going out boozing and this and that, you know, carrying on, acting fool, I'm gonna act a fool in here, man. Yeah. I'm gonna get something out of it. You're going through pain in life, get a reward out of it. Get a medal out of it, so to speak. Bodybuilding allows you to have that.
Yeah.
Coming in this gym allows you to have that. Applying these supplements and the training and the recuperation techniques that we just talked about is gonna enable you to be a better person. It's gonna enable you to have a better way of life. And I understand that there's various companies out there, push a product and this and that. Hey, I get it. Do something though. Don't just do nothing. Choose something that's gonna apply to your workouts. And I think what you saw like with the Accelerate and the Build, it enabled you to go a little bit harder, a little bit stronger. And hey, you're gonna be able to go back the next day and be recovered.
Recovered, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So obviously a big part of abs is body fat. So obviously diet's a huge part.
Absolutely.
And so you also have a fat burner for that.
Oh, for sure, super lean. So super lean is something that I usually take. You can take it 2 ways. You can take it first thing in the morning. I usually recommend for those guys that are in off-season mode, maybe take it with a small little meal. very, very small. Just the first couple times, just so then you make sure that, because a lot of people say, I want to take it on an empty stomach. Well, it's so strong that you may actually have a little bit of discomfort. What I suggest is maybe having like, half a bagel, even like a piece of fruit, something like that. First thing you get up, have it with it, and then boom, get on that cardio. What you're gonna notice is you're gonna have not just, the thermogenesis part, but you're gonna have a mental focus that's just beyond belief. And as smooth as I can talk, I'll be like the road runner, like just on. However, I don't feel my heart doing this.
Yeah.
And that's what we have with with Super Lean is you're not feeling those heart palpitations. You're not feeling like stressed. You're feeling focused. And you're gonna have that sustained level throughout the next few hours. So I suggest people take that in the morning. If they need to do another dosage later, I would suggest maybe doing it 5 to maybe 6 hours before they go to sleep.
Okay.
We also have a product that can help you later to go to sleep, but for this particular purpose, I definitely say you want to plan it accordingly because we want to make sure that we maximize the supplement itself. Now it does have yohimbe in it, so just keep in mind that you're going to get, a little kick in there with the natural testosterone production and fat burning capabilities that it has.
Yohimbine's great at targeting those hard to reach areas, so to speak.
Which is
it liberates fat from your hips and ass, and also your stomach for males. So it's
but it'll make you the devil.
I think so.
So for all you girls out there, taking the Super Lean, it's definitely awesome. I definitely recommend it. It is not necessarily a dose dependent as far as my boyfriend takes 1, I need to take half. Like taking it open and doing it. Just do it as directed. We made it to where it's not gender specific.
I'm gonna link that down below. Go ahead and click it, take a look at it. So anyway, this is the ab routine. This is the ab routine that Mr. Olympia uses.
Yeah.
I suggest you give it a try. It's a solid routine. It addresses lower, it addresses upper and lower, and then it also hits it at the end with a nice rated resistant crunch. And I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
No, thank
this
you.
is a huge asset. You guys got to realize this is his tools to build the best body in the world. So we brought it to you here. Thanks so much. Again, be sure to follow everything Phil has. I'm going to link those down below as well.
Cool.
And dude, thanks again.
No worries,
epic.
man.
And thank you for the gym.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for the gym. The gym's awesome.
Guys over at Miami Strength Club, they're always providing a second home for me. Anytime when I'm traveling outside of Denver, Colorado, I can actually go get my gifted nutrition work done, but also come here real late night because I really need to be able to get in the gym that even has equipment that I have at Armbrust.
Yeah.
They even have vertical leg press here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very hard to find.
Maybe 2 out of every 800 gyms.
My partner with Gifted Nutrition, Joey Firestone, was able to enable us to even have this 24-hour access, if you will, and have a quiet gym so then we can go murder these weights, right?
Exactly.
Overall, I just want to say thank you guys for actually watching our first video, our first segments.
Yeah.
Because I got a lot of positive response, and that's what we need. We need you to go on his website, tell you if you loved it, you hated it, whatever, and if you want to see us do it again, that's why we're here today.
Let us
Because you
know.
guys told us, let's do it again.
I just want to get out of Chicago. It's cold. But hey,
I want to get in the 305.
I was like, wait, it's in Florida? I'm there.
You sure did, actually, yeah. I was over in Moscow, and I'm like, he just wants to get out of his damn house. And I don't blame you, and this is a great place to do it. So I just want to remind you guys, stay on top of him, man. He's doing a great job, promoting the sport of bodybuilding and the world of health and fitness, providing a lot of perspective pertaining to sports nutrition. There's a lot of choices out there, but he's giving you an honest, in-depth description as to what this is all about. Guys like me, I'm trying to provide the same, but continue to follow him on all the social feeds. Obviously, go on the website, check more about Gifted Nutrition, obviously. And we're going to do this again, but it's only going to be because of your engagement. So don't just like a photo, actually make a comment. If you say, hey, Phil, we want to see you guys train biceps next time. You don't think we're not going to do that? We're going to do it, but we need your involvement. So, Marc,
thanks
awesome,
a lot,
man. Thank you so much, dude.
And again, getting abs like Mr. Olympia, it's not a game.